Welcome to Nostalgic Buzz, Gen Z's take on trends and tides, with me, Josiah Perez, and my guest, Franklin Bartholomew III. Introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello, Franklin Bartholomew III. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good myself. What about you?
I'm doing pretty fire, you know what I mean? Just happy, to talk about this new thing up with Trump, about the tariffs.
Oh, yeah, the tariffs.
And to start us off, I found this an article by the Washington Post, and it's kind of a long article. So to summarize it, President Donald Trump is preparing to impose new tariffs on most imports on April 2nd, paving the way for an escalation in global economics hostilities he has called Liberation Day. During his first 2 months in office, Trump raised tariffs on roughly $800 billion in imports from China, Mexico, and Canada, which have sent the stock market careening and raised the risk of the U.S. recession. However, senior Trump advisors are now publicly pledging to create a new tariff regime that would impose new duties on goods from most countries that trade with the United States. The potential to more than double the scope of Trump's tariffs have alarmed economists and some congressional Republicans, while other White House allies are concerned about the logistical challenges of complicated new import tax regime. The precise nature of these new duties has spurred extensive discussion at the highest levels of the administration, with Vice President J.D. Vance, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, White House aide Peter Navarro, and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent all playing a role in the talks. All right, James Franklin Bartholomew III, what's your opinion on such this conundrum?
I think that's not really a good thing that he's raising all those tariffs. Like, kind of, not very. That's the big no-no, man.
Yeah, and 800 billion imports from China, Mexico, and Canada, right? And
800 billion is a very big
risking
number.
of the U.S. recession. Not very good. Not very good. Any other thoughts on that, James Franklin Bartholomew II?
I don't know much about all this stuff, but my main thoughts is just that's a very bad thing that he's raising it all the way up like that. It's a very big deal.
Yeah, and it's
affect
like
a lot of people.
And it's like, I'm not really sure why the tariffs are being raised. If it's causing so much legal challenges, right, of the import tax regime. It seems like a lot of work in my opinion, but honestly, that could just be because I'm a high school student.
Yeah, I could have just left it, Like, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but if he just left it, I feel like it would have been, just fine instead of going through all this trouble.
Right. But that's what's up with Trump. Now we move our talks to more exciting things. This week in Olds, what are the adults talking about that kids aren't? And what is that, James Franklin III?
The thing that older people are talking about that we aren't.
What is
the number one thing?
The number?
Is the weather.
The weather. And
the weather.
In what cases have you heard your parents or an adult talk about the weather?
So, recently, actually yesterday, my stepfather was talking to my mom, and he was just talking about the weather, about how it's going to be really hot, and I just don't understand how that's interesting to them. Like, there's so much better things to talk about instead of just talking about the weather.
Yeah, and it's like every time you're just sitting in a car or just talking, walking along the road, with your parents, you're like, lovely weather we're having. You know what I mean? It's I get it, the weather's weathering. The sun's shining and stuff, but that shouldn't be the main thing here. We can talk about other things, right?
Plenty of other things to talk about, like over dinner, for example. I hear a lot of people talking about the weather.
Yeah,
there really isn't more to talk about than just the weather.
Yeah, and there could be actually a reason for this. When I searched my article, Asian Care. This is a response by Sunny Girl 1, posted July 2016. Titled, "Do you know of seniors who are obsessed with the weather?" I know of seniors who are obsessed with the weather. What do you think of James Franklin III?
I know a lot of seniors that are obsessed with the weather.
All right. Quoting from the article, or from the response. "I have a family member who is in her mid-70s who is obsessed with the weather. She doesn't have dementia, but does have anxiety, socializes quite a bit, attends church, visits with friends, has fairly good health, though she has many psychologically induced elements. However, when it comes to the weather, it's like she's totally obsessed. During the spring and summer, she is constantly watching the weather report and Weather Channel, worrying about storms, wind, rain, lightning, etc. She is over the top about it. She sits up all night if storms are predicted. Our entire family is aware of this, and she knows that a lot of the younger ones roll their eyes and patronize her about it, as if she's very verbal in warning others about storms. It really is concerning. What do we think about this?
I just don't understand it, you know? Like, I don't understand why it's so interesting to them, you know? Because, like, I don't see any younger people talking about the weather, you know? It's always just the older one.
Yeah, I think, you know what I think it is?
What do you think it is?
All right, Mr. Taylor, correct me if I'm wrong with you being an old psychotic nerd of yourself, but, you know, I think it might be that the older you get, the more you fear of the weather, because maybe you think, like, I don't know, like you could get struck by lightning and just die, like, you know what I mean?
That could be it.
It could be
not the right word. Very possibly could be that reason. Me, I've never feared for lightning in my entire life, but
yeah,
I know a couple old people who have talked about getting struck by lightning.
Exactly, right?
And to back that statement up, whenever I went out in the rain, my parents have told me don't get struck by lightning before multiple times.
There you go. They just can't help but talk about the weather because they have such a deep fear about the weather. Yeah, Mr. Taylor, I'm talking to you. I know you're sitting in the car right now or at your house. I know you're scared of the weather. Anyways, on to our third topic. Gen Z News. Gen Z News, Bartholomew. And what do we have for the Gen Z News today?
The Gen Z News that we have, the Minecraft movie.
Flint and Steel. Sure.
Very long-awaited movie. Some people are saying it's going to be good. A lot of people are saying it's going to be bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of mixed feelings about the movie, and I have an article by the College Reporter, and this is by Nicholas Carpenter, a summary of his article. A Minecraft movie, a film adaptation of the popular 2011 sandbox game, was announced in 2014 but faced criticism for being unoriginal and lacking in originality. The trailer, released in September 2024, features the live-action main cast traveling through the mysterious portal to the Minecraft world, where everything is made up of blocks. The film also features comedic moments and a pink sheep design. The decision to make the film a live-action film instead of an animated one was criticized for being inconsistent in quality. The art style used for the world, animals, and enemies is a hybrid of the blocky aesthetic of the game and more realistic design. The film's success is attributed to the higher standard of video game adaptations filmed today compared to years ago. If the trailer had been released in the mid-2010s, it may have received less backlash and more people would have given it a chance. What side are you on, James Bartholomew III? Are you pro Minecraft movie or are you con Minecraft movie?
I'm kind of in between on that. I'm kind of in between on it because I am very fond of Minecraft, as you know, because me and you have played multiple times, you know.
Yes, we have.
And I played it growing up and everything, and I was very excited when they announced the movie. But looking at it, it does, have some flaws, and I don't like the live-action choice that they made.
Oh, really?
I feel like that was not the best choice they could have made. Yeah, I wish they would have just made it like an animated movie, you know?
Yeah, I hear what you mean. But honestly, I hear what you're saying, but for me, I feel like it's kind of fun bad. Because here's the thing, if they did make it like an animated movie, right? Like, yeah, you'd be able to see it, but, I mean, we kind of already got something kind of like that, with Minecraft Story Mode. So, seeing like a live-action version isn't actually too bad in my opinion. And the reason why I say it's fun bad is because, Jack Black's in it, and he has a bunch of quotes that have already become like memes. For example, Flint and Steel! And, your favorite one, yeah.
Chicken Jockey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Classic.
Yeah, and then it's just all there. So I think.
Yeah, but I get where you're coming from with like the fun bad take here, because I kind of agree with that.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a good time for honestly all ages, because if they did make it an animated movie, I feel like it would become more of like the kiddish side, and like parents might not have as good as a time, even though it's kind of like, what's the rating of the movie? PG?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think you're right about that because a lot of the game was released in like 2011, I think, like 2014, whatever you said earlier.
Yeah, around that time, to that like 2010.
A lot of people who play Minecraft growing up were like adults or close to becoming adults. So if they like targeted towards kids, it wouldn't really make sense,
Yeah, and
a lot of the Minecraft players are adults now.
Exactly. So if it was like too kiddish, it wouldn't be as fun.
Yeah.
And that is, and the movie is rated PG. Okay, I feel like that wraps up our Minecraft, yeah?
Yeah, I think that pretty much sums up the Minecraft movie for now until, it comes out. Can't say too much about it until, we actually watch the movie, but
All right, and I think that concludes our Minecraft talk of Gen Z news. Argue about something you care about. All right, let's do it. Marmar! Why Marmar should make his rightful return to streaming. All right, Bartholomew III, what do you have to say about this?
Marmar needs to come back now.
Marmar needs to come back
Or
to
else.
streaming very soon. There's multiple reasons why Marmar should come back to streaming. Here's a little history lesson. Me and Bartholomew III met each other through his stream. One day, I was in my room going through Twitch. I went to the least watched stuff because I wanted to make some new friends. And then I went on there, and then lo and behold, I met Goose. And here's the thing. Marmar MC made our day. He was there when we needed him the most. And for some reason, he got a job at Chipotle, and now he's not making any more streams. And what? Just because he's adulting? No! He has free time. And you know what I mean? It's just not fair. I used to make music for that man. I used to do everything for that man. But no! He's not coming back, and he should come back. You know, I'm gonna call you by your actual name, Goose. Tell us what we gotta do.
What we have to do is we have to start the Marmar movement. The Marmar movement to bring Marmar back.
Tell
It's
us
the
what-
only way. You won't listen to us. We need millions of people.
Exactly.
Millions to
Exactly.
get this man to come back.
Give us insight of how we can start the Marmar movement.
The way we start this movement, I've never started a movement before. But for starters, I think we just spam everything, like spam Marmar everywhere. At Marmar on every single platform possible. Go follow his Twitch, you know. Go get him all the followers ever, so he'll be more compelled to stream again, you know.
Exactly.
Because he brought sunshine. He's like LeBron James. He brought sunshine into this world.
Yeah.
He needs to come back.
It's funny you bring that up because when my world was the darkest, when the earth was just black, you know what I mean, just nothing but black. When I put on a little bit of Marmar, I seen the sunrise. I seen the beams of light coming from my window, knowing it was gonna be a good day. But now it's all doom and gloom, and ain't got shit to smile about. And you know why? Because Mr. Taylor gave me some fucking bullshit assignments, and it's like fuck. So I'm like over here wishing that Marmar would be back, but no, he's too adulty with doing all his adult things and doesn't even text in the Discord server anymore, so I can't even talk to Marmar, and it's like, frick! We need to start a movement. We need to let Marmar know that we care about him.
Exactly. He needs to know that everyone needs Marmar. Marmar is the hero we need and the hero we deserve. He needs
Marmar,
to know that.
Marmar is him. Marmar is the one. And this is why you should care! Mr. Taylor, you should care! You should care! I know your big haven't asked does it care, but you should. All right, I think that concludes our podcast for today.
Yeah.
See you next time with Nostalgic Buzz, Gen Z's take on trends and tides. Next week, we will be talking about, you guessed it, Trump. What's up with Trump? This week in olds, Gen Z news, and argue about something you care about. All right. Anything you would like to say before you go, James Bartholomew III?
I just want to say thank you for having me on this lovely podcast.
Anytime.
And hopefully I'll be able to meet you all again. Hopefully I can visit this podcast again soon. And yeah, that's about it.
All right. That's about it. See ya.